Hello, I'm Phil.
Hi, I'm Kate.
So we're back again today to talk about shin splints. So the term shin splints is a very big term that actually describes various different things. So we're going to break it apart a bit today and talk about the different things that might cause pain in the shin that someone will say you have shin splints.
Yeah.
So Kate, could you please explain the most common cause of that shin pain that most people see?
Yeah, so the most common shin pain that we see, we actually describe it as something called medial tibial stress syndrome. So it's pain around the middle of this bone here on the front, at the front of the leg as well too. And yeah, it can be really, really painful, particularly when you're running as well. Yeah.
Yeah. The problem with this condition is it's an accumulative tissue stress that sort of builds up and builds up. So I would say the classic person that gets this is someone who hasn't been particularly active for several months or years and decides, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do a 5K run, or I've got a fitness of a 5K run ability and I want to get up to a half marathon or longer. And the bone itself, so that's the term medial tibial stress syndrome. It's medial, which means the middle of the tibia, and it's a stress syndrome, so it's a build-up of tissue stress.
Yeah.
There's different scans can be done. The most helpful, I would say, Kate, I don't know if you agree, but would be an MRI.
Yeah.
Because you can kind of look inside the bone.
Exactly right. Yeah. So the MRI will look at everything, but in particular see if there's sort of changes happening in that bone that would indicate that stress syndrome, or even worse if there's fractures going on as well too, if it has progressed past that point. Yeah.
And it, depending on the pain, and we actually see this quite a bit, so we are quite good at differentiating whether it's at the early stage or whether it's at the end stage. So this shin splints or medial tibial stress syndrome is kind of step 1 or 2 of a 10-step process to actually having a crack, a break in your leg. So it's really important to recognise it.
Yeah.
Not just if you're doing running sports, but particularly if you're doing some contact sports, because the last thing you want to do is be playing rugby or soccer and have a really sore leg that's a little bit suspicious and a bit
already fragile, and then it goes to that next stage.
So it's not great. So there's various treatments we'll do with medial tibial stress syndrome, but we get excellent success with custom orthotic therapy. Most people that are getting bone stress in this area have something not quite right about the way the foot and ankle is working, which means that the foot will roll in and cause an excessive bending moment or a bending stress on that bone. And look, I'd say 9 out of 10 people with this, all they need is some good footwear advice and good orthotic therapy to get things loading correctly.
Yeah, back in alignment. And
And so it's definitely something you can help with. Now we usually work with physios with this because they are looking at strength and stability, and we'll be looking at function and kind of, well, I don't want to say correcting, but improving the way foot and
they work well together as well.
Yeah, for sure. Now there's other things that will cause pain in the shin. So there's muscle problems as well. There is what we call a chronic exertional compartment syndrome, probably getting a little bit too high tech now, but it's a muscle problem because the muscles are kind of stuck in this, it's like a thick rubbery layer of glad wrap. So you've got the muscles at the front, the back and the sides. They're all in their own individual little compartment. And if for some reason the muscles are working too hard and swelling up, they can become very, very painful. So if you're getting a sudden sharp pain when you're exercising, that then settles over the next half an hour or hour, possibly could be a muscle problem. Again, these are all things we can look at and work out. We've got ways and means of determining the difference.
Absolutely.
Is there any other weird reason you might get shin pain?
Not really.
Nothing common.
Nothing out of the ordinary.
You always have to think of the really random things. Now, we're not here to terrify you, but you could have a tumour in your bone or things like that.
Again, MRI would pick up on that as well too.
Yeah,
which
absolutely.
is a great diagnostic tool.
So I probably would say it's really important if you've got persistent pain in the shins that's not going away and gets worse the more that you do, and it's been around for more than a week or two, definitely come in and see us and we can help you. If you have goals to run a certain event, a running event or a triathlons or the sporting season, you don't just sit there hoping it's going to get better. Come and see us because we can work out firstly what is wrong, then why it's happened, and then work out a plan to get you back on track. For some people, it can be as simple as strapping you up and getting things working better in the short term, so you can just start seeing your pain reduce, and then we can get some more long-term changes happening. So
Absolutely.
we love helping in this stuff. Hey, Kate.
Definitely.
It's our favourite thing. We get up in the morning hoping people come and see us so we can help them. So, all right, thank you for watching. Hope it's been useful, and we'll see you again another day.
See ya.
Bye-bye.